start to put tension on my string drawback, I was like, okay, I'm gonna smoke.
It's him. You can look at the horns when he's dead. I'm in the zone. Let the arrow go is perfect.
So when they lose their front shoulders, yeah, you start, that's how you know they're smoking.
Went about 5-10 more yards. We probably went 20 yards, a little tip, then we would try to get back up. I saw him pull up.
We rushed 14 rods that night. We got like 166 and something like that, and then the next day we came out to 163 even.
You're listening to the White Cat Outdoors podcast, bringing you to the table where we talk about the outdoors.
What's going on, everybody? Episode 120. Nick is feeling a little under the weather. He's here, and he's going to talk a little bit, but
I just lost my voice for the most part, so now it sounds like I smoked Marlboro Reds for
long time,
40 years.
Yeah, so Nick's going to do his best to not talk a lot because he sounds like a buffoon. So it's going to be a lot of me and Tom tonight.
Your two favorite hosts.
Yeah, no one comes here for Nick. They come for me and you.
They don't come anywhere. They just listen.
Just listen. So yeah, we told you guys last week that we're gonna go to Virginia. Yeah.
Yeah,
Virginia. No matter what I'm talking about, if it has to do with Virginia or West Virginia, whether it's hunting or sports or literally anything, I'm always like, is it Virginia or West Virginia? No, I don't know why. I can never sort it out in my head. But
just think that the West Virginia is on
I
the
know
west
the
end
difference
of Virginia.
between the two, but it's just, I don't know. Every time like someone talks about it, I'm like, did they say Virginia or West Virginia? I can never remember. So we're going to Virginia, and yeah. Wait, where did we say we were? I don't even.
We haven't.
I'll say we haven't fully
disclosed.
hashed out.
Pretty close, but we haven't disclosed the location. But today we're going to kind of break down the style of hunting we're doing and what we're bringing to do that. So I'm just going to explain real quick here. We're going to be camping in the mountains that we're hunting, and we're just going to kind of go through what's going to be packed in the truck, right down from like what we're hunting with to the gear that's going to keep us comfortable, and how we're going to cook our food, all that sorts of thing.
Yeah, for sure. So we're leaving. It's going to be a long weekend over Easter, so I'm not going to have to miss any work for it. It's going to be a good time. And normally, I don't know, we haven't really talked about it, but obviously there's only 3 of us going. Normally, we always hunt in pairs when we go places. It's always like me and Tom or you and Tom, and like we're always in pairs. So this time, that's not going to happen. There might be a little bit of pairing going on, but I think there's going to be a lot of individual hunting and covering a lot more ground.
Who's the ultimate turkey time hunter guy?
Turkey time?
I was trying to think of an
alliteration,
but it
just wasn't happening.
Sometimes they just don't come to you.
Yeah, sometimes not.
The turkey tormentor. There you go. Just
it's only 2. It's got to be more than
turkey time tormentor.
There you go.
There you go.
Nailed it. So yeah, I mean, how do you guys plan on going about everything? Since we normally do stuff in pairs, like everything we've talked about really is about like how to set up when you're paired together, like putting someone ahead to kind of cut off.
I think it's gonna be nice not to have the extra dead weight.
Right.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with cutting some dead weight. Which fire all the fat people.
Trim the fat around the office. Somebody else can go ahead and start because I'm not great for talking at the moment.
Well, I think our weekend in Virginia actually kind of starts this coming weekend because we got to go up to the cabin and get our cots, our sleeping bags, probably our little buddy grill. Going to bring that along. Mm-hmm. Probably a percolator.
You don't need that crap.
Yeah, you do.
Sure don't.
Sure do.
I tell you what, I'm not going to drink any coffee that you make.
That's fine. That's fine. So that's what I'm going to be going up and getting this weekend. We're actually, I know I'm getting off on a little tangent here, but I figured since we're talking about turkey hunting in Virginia, I'd feel like we should let the listeners know that this weekend we're going to be doing some turkey scouting up at the headquarters. Mm-hmm. And really all that's going to consist of is going up the night before, getting out there Saturday morning, bright and early. Actually, before it gets bright. If it's bright and early, you're
way
much
late.
too late.
Yeah.
So well before the sun comes up, we're just going to sit on the field edge, far enough away where we're not going to spook the birds, but close enough to where you can hear them.
Mm-hmm. No calling, nothing.
No calling. Just sitting, waiting, and try and figure out where these birds are coming out into the field so we know how to set up on them come opening day.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we got that out of the way,
Yeah, tell us what you're bringing to Virginia, basically.
yeah, like I said, I'm going up to the cabin, getting my cot, sleeping bag, George Foreman grill, percolator. I think that's really all I need from the cabin. I got my, what are they called, boonie hats?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, trusty boonie hat.
I'm pretty sure mine's in my vest. I lost mine last year. I found it, but I don't know if I kept track of it again. We'll have to see.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know what my camo is.
I don't
It
pay
was
attention
just
to that crap.
hand-me-downs from my granddad. It's super old and faded, but it's like got that leafy actual texture, like leaves hanging
Yeah,
off it.
mine has a leafy
Yeah, it's great stuff. You blend right in. As far as a gun, I have Benelli Nova. I'm going to be shooting 3.5-inch turkey loads, of course.
Bum.
No, not a bum. And
What brand of shells you shooting?
nitros, TSS, tungsten super shot.
Super shot?
Super
Yeah,
shot.
there's H's and they're all over the place.
So looking forward to that. As far as calls go, I usually bring. I'm actually before I get there, I'm not bringing a decoy because
I was just gonna say I'm not decoying at all.
no, I'm
I'm
not
going
a
to say if we have room, I'm going to put them in the truck.
I just
if we
don't
don't,
like
we don't, but
decoy hunting on public land.
Mm-hmm.
Just
It
not
is-
not a huge fan of it.
Yeah, that one, it's people do dumb shit a lot on public land, and two, it's more stuff to carry around. If you're going all over the place, we're hunting for 3 days, trekking all over the place. I'm sure it's going to be fairly mountainous, so I
No,
don't-
the place I was looking at is actually
pretty flat.
nice and flat. Yeah, some creek bottoms.
could be a nice change.
Yeah, could be. Well, either way, I don't like carrying any more than I have to, so that's where I stand with the decoys on this trip.
Usually have handful of mouth calls.
You got a preferred mouth call?
I've been a big Woodhaven guy lately. My all-time favorite is the Primos Split V or Split 5. I don't know it.
No, it's not a Primo call. It's HS Strut.
Oh, HS Strut. Yeah,
Power
V.
V.
Power. That's what it is.
There
They
you go.
they don't make them anymore.
There's a slightly less known company, White Cat Calling, and they make a spread V that's very similar.
But yes, the HS Strut Power V is probably my favorite call. But you kind of gotta find them like online on these I don't know what you want to call it.
I found Tom a few of them for Christmas a couple years ago, and I think I got them like 3 or 4. of
Gently
them.
used.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like demo models.
Yeah.
And then Primos makes a good one. I don't really know what it's called. I usually go out like a week or so before the season and buy like
Just a shitload
5
of calls.
Yeah, 5-10 calls.
Hoping that 2 are nice.
Yeah. Woodhaven, I've been liking them lately. I always bring a box call and a friction call, scratch call, box call, pot call, whatever you want to call them. Never use them though.
It's good to have in the bag, though.
Yeah.
You got your bag of tricks, and you never pull out every trick you have in the bag, but it's nice to know you have it there.
Yeah. So that's I'm kind of gonna be going light because I anticipate a lot of walking. So I'm not bringing too much stuff. Obviously, I'm gonna have my turkey vest to hold all my crap. As far as that, like Nick said, we're tent camping. So we're gonna have a tent, probably 3 dudes, 1 tent.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah,
Spacious.
It's going to smell real good in there.
we did 4 guys, 1 tent once, and so 3.
That sucked. There was no
Plenty of room. I remember telling Keith.
So yeah, 3 should be fine.
Yeah.
And it's probably gonna be some serious camp food.
Oh, yeah.
Canned deer meat,
Baines.
Keeping it simple.
Spam, beans.
I love Spam. When you're sleeping out in the woods, if you aren't eating Spam, you're not doing it right.
No.
Spam and Reese's.
When up in Alaska, I literally eat Spam probably at least 2 meals a day, and I try to incorporate it into the third if I can, just because.
Now-
I never eat it like at home. Like I will never eat Spam. I'm not.
Do you eat it raw?
Sometimes
No,
I
I
prefer
can't do
it.
it. Way better
I don't like it raw.
I can't get over
Sometimes
the
you
smell.
make do with what you got, but I prefer it cooked.
I like it crispy.
And I usually eat it with like some mustard on 2 pieces of bread. Oh man, can't beat it.
I remember when Frank and we went to Ohio for several days, and our entire diet consisted of peanut butter, bread, and peaches.
Yeah,
That was
it
the
was good
entire
stuff.
diet.
That's all you need. And some water, maybe some Busch Lights.
Yeah,
Whiskey.
if you're good.
Maybe some Jaeger. Maybe we should bring wild turkey.
I already told Frank that because I told him there's something special about being in the mountains by a campfire with a glass of whiskey, and if I'm turkey hunting, it's going to be with wild turkey.
I think we agreed to all shave just the mustache.
I didn't agree to that.
Yeah, you did.
I did not.
So I'm going to have that with me.
No, I had just a mustache in October last year, and
Since like October 25th.
I never shaved it off. I just let my beard grow back in.
Yeah. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, that was excessive. What the hell's the matter with you?
You say it like I had it all archery season, all October. It was like 3 days.
No, we
You
went.
shaved it for the Halloween party.
Yeah, and
then you let it grow back.
Archery went till almost the end of November.
And yeah, you just let it grow right back in.
It takes me a long time to grow. It was like a week and a half before you could tell the mustache was not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
So I had a mustache for about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm not having one again.
It'll be
I don't
fun.
like it.
No, then you cannot shoot a bird. I don't give
I'm
a
going to
shit.
shoot a bird without a mustache just to prove you're a fool.
Well, Frank, if you're going to be turkey hunting down there, what are you packing in your bag if Tom's done?
Again, got to have the boonie hat because you just can't kill a turkey without it.
I think you guys both forgot to mention a key part of the boonie hat.
It's got a flip. I don't
Drop
know,
down
Yeah,
face
I was
mask.
going to say a flip down, but it doesn't really flip.
It's like a drop down.
Yeah, a drop down would be a better word for the boonie hat. But we all bought. You guys, was it you Tom that had one?
Yeah, I had one for my
years,
dad for
yeah.
years, and I need to get a new one because
Yeah, that
my
thing's
dad
piece of
has a
crap.
tiny head.
It looks like one of those funny clown hats.
It does.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit on my head anymore. I have
Especially
to-
when you have long hair like
Yeah.
you usually do, then it really looks ridiculous.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get a new one before the trip.
Very good on that because they're not very common.
I feel like you can find anything.
Overnight it from Amazon. Dude.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, but like it's probably 5 years ago now. You and me got the boonie hats to match Tom, and so yeah, I'll have that.
I bet you it's been longer than that because
You think?
I bet because when did I kill?
The one in Climber?
Yeah,
That was a long time. I thought you were like 17 when that happened.
well, I had that boonie hat on in that picture.
Huh.
So
That's whack. So that was like 8 years ago.
wild. So you got that. What else you bringing?
I have a Winchester Model 1300. My dad's had that gun forever. It's got a slug barrel and a smooth barrel. That's been my go-to turkey gun, pump action. It's my guy. I love that gun. So that's what I'm packing. I will not
With
be-
a slug? You're gonna
No, I'm gonna take the smooth bore. And what was I gonna say? Oh, I will not be having any 3.5-inch shells anywhere near me.
Probably because your gun can't take them.
It can't, but
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
So why would you have?
if it
them
could take a
next to you?
10-inch shell, I would put a 3-inch shell in it, Tom.
Yeah.
I think 3 is the perfect size. Some would say it's almost too much sometimes.
Yeah, some would say.
No. Nick, actually,
Well,
Frank,
yeah.
either one of you two, ask me why I shoot 3.5-inch shells.
I'm not asking you.
Tom, why do you want to shoot 3.5-inch shells?
Because they don't make 4-inch shells.
No.
I knew the answer, Tom. That's why I didn't ask.
So what else is old Frank bringing to the turkey hunt?
I already said I'm not going with decoys. I don't want to carry them around. I've just never been way into it, and I don't like carrying stuff around. So, and I mostly use, like, when I'm getting myself established with a turkey, I'm a big friction call guy. I can't remember. I think it might be a Primos. It's a glass call. I've had it for years. It's called a Gobstopper is what it is. But I can't remember if it's a Primos call or it doesn't matter. But I always have that one. I've made several friction calls in the past. copper and glass, a few different surfaces. So I always have those in the bag. I always keep some of your mouth calls in the bag. I always have a couple Primos mouth calls in the bag. But when I'm getting started with a turkey, I like to be on that glass call. I like the friction calls. But then once they start committing, getting a little bit more personal, I switch to the mouth call just mostly for movement purposes.
Same way.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's really it because Tom covered. We're camping out there, so I might bring my own tent just to be safe. Just a little one-person tent, so I don't have to smell you people all night. But
Just
you never know.
bask in your own brand.
It's all part of the experience.
Yeah.
That's why we don't bring our wives.
So we'll try and make this short and sweet because my voice
You
kind
don't
of
wanna
comes
talk
in
all
and
night?
out. Yeah.
I don't even want to listen to him.
Yeah, I'm getting real sick of you.
Yeah. So, anyways, we don't have to go over the camping stuff because Tom already covered that. But I have a Browning Gold Hunter, and my grandfather gave me that gun, and I will also be shooting the Nitro TSS 3-inch shells because I think 3 is the perfect amount.
Because your gun can't shoot 3.5.
I think 3 is perfect. Some would say it's too much, but I think 3 is just right. No, but the old Nitro tungsten super shots are
Those things are ridiculous.
very, very impressive.
Hundreds of BBs in the head at 40 yards.
Yeah. So what the hell you need a 3.5 for?
For
To put
hundreds and fifty.
extra.
Never know. 10 extra might do the trick. Never
Just in
hurts to have
case-
them even more dead.
Yeah.
So I'll be
Never
bringing
seen
that.
a turkey too dead.
I'll be bringing
That's
that with me. I got a pretty sweet set of tree bark camo. Probably rock that for most of the trip, depending on weather.
We're going to be in Southern Virginia, so it's probably going to be hot.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what the camo that I have. I usually just wear like light jeans because it's usually pretty warm in turkey season, and it's like a mesh. Mm-hmm. It's almost like a bug net kind of thing, almost, but it
like
has
hex gear?
It's nothing like hex gear. Don't.
Very similar to
It's not at all.
I think that's actually the brand that
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. But yeah, it's like textured. It's got leaves, and I love that it's mesh because then it doesn't get wicked hot.
Yeah, that is nice. I'm debating on taking my turkey vest or not. And
That sounds ridiculous.
well, I thought about like a backpack because reason being is I'm debating on like how much filming I want to do.
Okay.
So if I'm gonna film, I'm going to condense everything to a backpack.
Makes sense.
Run around that way. But like I said, I haven't fully decided. I thought about just doing a more experience, at camp filming and not. It's tough to film one guy turkey hunting. Mm-hmm. I learned that last year. You almost need the second guy to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, definitely gonna have some canned deer meat. I might make a batch of my famous pickled sausage.
You don't have to do that.
It's really good. Tom loves it. Tom,
Actually,
tell him.
not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And hopefully, we'll be eating some turkey breasts.
Oh, that's another thing. I told Tom I'm getting cocky. I am bringing turkey marinade.
Oh man!
I'm
Night one turkey.
Wegmans
in the pan.
Yeah, Wegmans makes a really good marinade. They have several actually. They have lemon and garlic. They have Speedy, a couple other ones. But they're all really, really good. And I'm just gonna get a bottle of that, and I'm packing it with me because I'm killing a turkey.
Keep it all the way up on top, so it's nice and convenient for the first night dinner.
Yeah. Because
We're probably actually the first night we get down there, we're not gonna eat dinner. We're gonna get down there late, like after work when we
actually
leave.
the first morning. So I will, to give you an idea. Tom's picked an area that we'll have to discuss further, but we're looking at probably close to an 8-hour drive, which puts us in our turkey spot around 2 a.m., which means probably not going to set up camp. We're just going to sleep in the car for a couple hours and then just go out.
Peace out.
And then we'll set up camp afternoon. But
what is the regulation on that in Virginia? Can you hunt afternoon, or is
no,
it noon?
it's just
it's
too
done?
noon.
Because a lot of states are like that, or sometimes it's like at a certain point in the season, like in PA, it's like the last 2 weeks.
That's how it is in Virginia.
Okay. After a certain point in the season, you
Yeah.
can hunt afternoon. Yeah, I wasn't sure. So when we're there, it'll be noon.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm trying to, like I said, I'll bring decoys if I have the room for them, but I'm not going to crowd it if we don't have the room, we don't have the room. It's fine.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really know. I think it'd be fun. We got an 8-hour drive. It'd be cool to do maybe a couple live streams or some Q&A kind of deals on the ride if you guys would be into that.
That could be fun. Something to pass the time.
Yeah,
For you while me and Tom are sleeping.
Yeah, of course. No, like, kind of just mount the phone on the windshield and just we can kind of BS with you guys along the route, and we'll have a ton of time to kill. So
Yeah.
I thought it'd be fun. We'll see if you guys think that's something you'd like to do with us.
Leave it in the comments.
Yeah, Tom. Thank you, Tom. Trying to think of what else. I mean, I'm just excited to get out turkey hunting. We've discussed, there's a lot of hunts we want to do, but at the end of the day, out-of-state hunting is starting to get really expensive.
Yeah, even just DIY stuff.
But turkeys stay cheap for now, and
turkeys just aren't as commercialized as.
Yeah,
I don't want to say is the problem. It's a good thing is they aren't as commercialized, so it doesn't drive the price.
Because I love killing turkeys, and it's fun to go to different states. I think if you have an opportunity to hunt different states for turkey, go for it, because I think deer changes a lot depending on what state you're in, but turkeys are pretty similar. You know, your tactics depending on field versus woods for turkey, but other than that, it's pretty similar.
Yeah.
So it's just fun.
No doubt. I'm excited. I definitely, like you said, you touched on it last week. We've gone on several turkey hunting trips. We have had close calls, but we have not brought home any birds. So definitely setting the goal. We're bringing birds home.
Speaking of, your dad wants on record predictions for the week, realistic predictions on our hunt. So if we want to each kind of give our number and why, we'll just go from there, just so we've got it on record what we think we're going to end up with.
We're allowed to shoot one a day. So I'm thinking, for me personally, my goal is one bird. And we've gone on rec. Me and Nick have said it 100 times. Jakes are dying. First Jake that steps out, he's getting led to the face. I don't care. I'm killing a Jake, and that will more than fulfill everything I wanted out of this hunt.
So for the group, what are you predicting for the group?
For the whole group?
Yeah.
I'd like to say 3 birds for the whole group, just to get 100%. But 100%, that's a tall order, so you never know. So I'm going to say for sure 2 birds. Possibly more.
Tom?
I'm saying 2 birds minimum. 2 birds minimum. I know I'm
personally
getting one.
Or
no, for the group.
Okay, so you said you're for sure getting one. I'm for sure getting one. So Nick's going to be our wild card. You may or may not.
No, I'm saying 2 for the group.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah.
I'm getting one.
And I said I'm getting one.
Yeah, but what if Nick also says he's getting one?
Well, then I guess that bumps him.
I might
and he's
get 2,
going to
though.
have to say 3 if he thinks he's getting one.
I might get 2, so I don't know.
I'm going to ask.
I'm not shooting a Jake, though.
Oh, that's just what I was going to say. See, and that's where I think it's going to get shady.
Yeah.
If we look at this at a mathematical or at a fundamental standpoint, Coach Kent Murphy, if we just look at numbers, I got a lot of turkeys. We're not talking about. Actually, I have probably bigger turkeys too, but I quantify by shooting Jakes, and I don't care. So I'm saying I'm going to kill a turkey.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. It could be a Jake. It could be a long beard. It could be a double beard. I don't know.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows what's in the hills of Virginia?
And Jake is the bottom line.
Yeah. If it's actually a bearded hen, even.
Yeah, I would love
I have to make sure that that's legal in Virginia. Really? I don't know. I don't know if it is.
Pretty much every state that I've ever read anything about, it's bearded and it's like antlered and antlerless.
I just want to throw it out there that I'm going to check.
Yeah.
So somebody doesn't run to the comments for Tom.
Yeah. First time we get a comment. You can't do that.
Yeah. So I'm for sure going to get a bird. These two talk a tough game. But I do have to say, I think a realistic thing, because anything can happen. I'm going to say 2 birds for the whole group. And I think any one of us could end up with a hard day or whatever that makes it that way. I think all 3 of us are going to have visuals. I will put that. I think all 3 of us are going to have visuals. But as we know, turkeys are so stupid they're difficult to hunt.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely don't make it easy on you.
No, it's tough. But on that note, I'm really excited to get out finally turkey hunting. It's a couple weeks early for our season, so we just couldn't wait any longer and decided we're just going to travel 8 hours to go shoot a turkey.
I'm way in.
Yeah. Tom, any final remarks?
No.
All right. Well, I didn't expect him, honestly. Tom's a man of few words.
I'm sure Tom just can't wait to hear you stop talking.
Is there any tips you have on when it comes to turkey calling, on a certain way you want to call turkeys?
Yeah, I've said it once. I'll say it again. When you're out there in the turkey woods, the biggest thing you want to remember is that you're not out there turkey calling. You're out there calling turkeys.
Words to live by.
And on that note, get outside.